Good evening, traders and developers. Welcome to another edition of AlgoTrading Live. I'm Stanton, and tonight we are going to do part 2 of the multi-strategy EA that we developed in the last video. If you haven't seen that video, the links are down in the description. Also, if you don't want to go through the whole hour-long video, the Algo is available for download at my store, as well as the starter template. Alright, so let's get into it. We are now going to optimize and test the algo that we developed in the last video. We did one optimization, but I think we tried on a different couple of tokens, see how it works, try different strategies together. Like I said, it's a multi-strategy here. I think we had about 6 different types of strategies we could use. So let's get into it. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, we've got this BYBIT multi-strategy EA. The code, I'm not going to open the code, we developed it in the last video. Let's just see if the connections are right. Yes, connection is great. Alright, let's go. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to try it on Bitcoin on the daily chart. Okay, so we're going to go into our properties and we're going to click. So these are the properties that we're going to optimize for. We're going to check the balance. So we're going to start at 1% of loss. We're going to go up in one, and we're going to go up to 5% max loss per trade. Then our stop loss, we're going to go up in percentage as well. We're going to start at 5, go up in steps of 5, and we go to 100. Take profit, same thing. You know, with these we could actually go up quite a bit more. Like, I mean, some of these altcoins, they go up 150, 200% sometimes. So we can actually, if we try it on other things, I mean, we could actually take this up to like 500%. Because some of these altcoins fly. So let's just take it way up. Okay, so we're going to say, do we want to, if these parameters are confusing, please check out the previous video. It will help you a lot to understand what the strategies were that we created and why we created them. But we're going to just tick now. So this checkbox says trade moving averages. So either we use it or we don't use it. So like I said, it's a multi-strategy EA, and there are multiple strategies. So some of them use MA, some of them don't use MA, some of them use a MA cross, some of them use a MA trend, some of them use a RSI mean reversion strategy, some of them use a RSI trend following strategy. But like I said, watch the previous video, or you could download the source code and then just follow along with this video. Alright, so we're going to keep exponential. I like using exponential, and we use close price. We're going to configure the fast moving average period. We're going to optimize for that. We say whether we want to use the RSI or not. Do we reverse? So either we're going to have a mean reversion strategy or a trend following strategy. The RSI period is a 2-day period, 3-day period, whatever. Then the up and down level, so the top level, so if it crosses, but yeah, you need to watch the previous video if you want to understand more about it, but let's just carry on. Alright, and the short exit. And then you've got, I had exit strategies in the previous videos. So whether you use the exit strategies or not, that's what's set here. Okay, so we're going to optimize for all of those fields, and we're going to try it on different time periods, try it on different tokens, see what sort of results we get. So the first one we're going to do is for Bitcoin. We're going to run on the daily. I like running sort of these trend following strategies on the daily. I think it's more profitable, but we could try in different time frames. We'll try the 4-hour. After this optimization, we'll try the 1-hour as well. All right, let's go. Also, I am optimizing for open prices only because I have configured the algo to evaluate the close price of the previous bar. So if you see here, it says open prices only, the fastest method to analyze the bar just completed, only for EAs that explicitly control bar opening, which I do in that EA. I only trade on new bar, and I always evaluate the previous bar in order to go into the trade. Okay, so let's see, that's finished running. Let's have a look at our results. Optimization results. Let's go by profit. Okay, so already we've got a decent profit there. And So it's $1,700 profit, and we're starting with a $200 starting capital, so not bad with the 34% drawdown, which is really not bad. So let's just take this one. We're going to set the input parameters, and let's see what it uses. So it says a stop loss of 5%, and a take profit of 90%. So pretty good. And you risk 5% of your capital per trade. Okay, it uses the MA cross, so when the slow moving average crosses above or below the fast moving average, so it uses that as one of the main indicators, and it does not use RSI, so it's a pure MA crossover strategy. RSI up level is 75, and the RSI down level is 75, but we're not using RSI, so let's have a look. And it uses MA exit strategy, so it doesn't use RSI at all in this strategy. It's just purely a MA crossover strategy, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's run it. I'm going to put visual mode on, and let's have a look, see it go. I don't think it's going to take many trades. The crossover strategy on the daily doesn't really take that many trades. Okay, let's have a look at our results. See, it takes big, makes big plays, so it holds for longer periods of time, as you could see here. And it closes the when it crosses back over, it closes the so it opens the trade when it crosses above, and it closes the trade when it crosses below the two fast moving average. But this looks like a very good strategy. Let me just go into the settings. We don't want to watch the whole thing. Oh, we almost finished. We're ready July 2022. So not a lot of trades, but very profitable trades. So it's definitely like a nice buy and hold strategy. Let's have a look at the report. So our profit was, our initial deposit was 200. Our profit was 1,711. So it's, what's that? Over 800% profit. 850% profit. Drawdown's decent, 29%. That's really decent. 29 and 31%. If you're only running this alone, so you could maybe run with one or two others, but it's pretty decent. Okay, short positions one is not a lot, and the long positions one is not a lot, but the profit margin for those positions one are a lot more than the profit or the loss that you take. So that it really doesn't make much of a difference when you've got a strategy like this. And consecutive wins, consecutive losses, which is expected, because what you have in those, like, sort of, you have more losses than you do wins, because it's expected, like, when you have the sort of like choppy consolidation periods, the prices or the moving averages crossing each other constantly, causing you to go in and out, in and out, in and out. But like when you look here, when you get these like big moves, and you just ride it all the way down, then it makes it extremely profitable. Alright, so I like that strategy. I'm actually going to save that as a set file. Save. I'm just going to create a folder where I'm going to save my live sets. Just going to call this new folder. I like that strategy. I'll probably start running that one. New folder, call it live sets. Oh, sorry. This will be called, like to say, MT4 BYBIT. And we'll name the set so how I name my sets normally is that it's the algo, so it's the multi-strat. Then you do the symbol, so Bitcoin, and then you do the period. So you remember what period it run on. Wait, but before I save that, I just want to do something quickly. I want to set the magic number to something. I normally use the date, but we're going to be doing quite a few tonight. So let's do the time. So 21:10. 21:10, and then we just put a 01. Okay, so now let's save that, because you have to have a unique magic number for every EA, because Right now, I'm going to be using the same EA to trade multiple cryptocurrencies. So that's why each one needs to have its own magic number so that it uniquely identifies that EA. So you don't have EA1 making closes on EA2. They all have the same magic number. That's what will happen. Okay, so that's MT4 BYBIT, and now we're going to name it. So this is multi-strat underscore Bitcoin underscore D1 daily. Could just say, yeah, D1's fine. So that's the first set. So I'm happy with that one. Now let's try like a same thing on Bitcoin, but let's try like on a 4-hour or hourly period. Look, I think we need longer time frames when you're running algos on cryptos because it needs some time to do its thing. We're going to optimize again. And let's just see if the properties are all the same. Yeah, we're just going to keep these things ticked. Let's run in the 4 hours, see what we get. See if we get better results on the 4 hour than the looks about the same. Drawdown's a little higher, which would be expected because you're doing more trades on the 4 hour than you do on the daily. Yeah, drawdown's too much. So I would rather stick to like higher time frames when trading cryptocurrencies. Unless you want to build a scalping thing, but then you're still looking to get quite high drawdowns. Let this just run. Almost done. And then what I'll do, I save the sets I like the best, and then you could go in, then you could test it on the every tick mode, and then you could also optimize it more. You could tweak the stop loss, take profits, tweak the parameters, but slightly. Do like, keep it in that range that the fast optimization did, but just tweak it slightly, just to see if you could get like slightly better results of it or slightly better drawdown out of it. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go profit. That's decent profit. And it's only 1%. It's risking, so this is quite nice. Decent profit, decent drawdown, and this looks like it's not using the MA. Let's look at these input parameters. Let's just go down and see if we got a decent profit with less drawdown. No, it doesn't look like it. So that's probably the best one. Drawdown's quite high for all of them. Okay. So let's look here. Let's set input parameters. Let's go see what it's doing. So it's not using moving average. It is using a trend following system on the RSI. 9 period. So the RSI up level is 90. RSI down level is 50. Doesn't make too much, and it exits. Okay. So when it crosses above 90, it buys. And when it crosses below 50, it sells, which is okay. Doesn't really make much sense. And it uses the moving average exit strategy. So so you can see how it combines the strategies together. So when the 5-period moving average crosses above or below the 170 moving average, it closes the trade. I mean, it could work, but I just don't like this. RSI up level is a bit high to enter a trade in. Normally at 90 it comes down a bit. Maybe it's a quick scalp once it gets above. But let's just run this. But I much prefer the daily results we got. Let's see the graph. Yeah. See the report. Profit trades. I see it only took 2 long positions, so basically it's a short only, but you wouldn't want to do that on Bitcoin. only short forever. So no, I would throw those out. Wasn't an even distribution between taking the long trades and the short trades. You want about a 50-50 sort of ratio. Okay, so let's go back to daily. I think we keep it on the daily charts. These are long-term things. These are set and forget type algorithms. You don't go and play with them. You load them and you walk away and you leave them. Let's do Ethereum. Let's do the same sort of optimizations on Ethereum. Everything's checked the way it was, the same. Let's start the optimization. Let's see our optimization results. Here's some decent. So what I do, like I show you now, I run it through a different couple of tokens. I save the best ones, and then I tweak those ones. Then I go in and I play with them. I see if I can make it a little bit better. But I mean, they're generally quite good. Okay, that drawdown's a bit high, 45%. Doesn't use the MA. Let's have a look. Let's see the minimum drawdown with the most profit. No, that doesn't. It's too little trades. There's 100, so it's a 50% profit with only a 12% drawdown, which is not bad. Okay, let's carry on. Yeah, it looks like the drawdown's quite high on these. Let's just take the big profit ones. We'll run it and then we'll see what sort of, 50% or 45% is a big drawdown, only with, yeah, I like this one a bit more because there's more trades, so there's more to play with here. Let's run this one. Yeah, it's a bit iffy. Bit iffy there. Let's try like on hourly 4-hour chart on Ethereum. Let's stop there. We're going to optimize again on the 4-hour chart. Not too happy with those results. There's some outliers there. There's some. Still quite high, the drawdown. Oh, there's some big profits there coming in. Oh, this is looking better now. Also MO crossover strategy, but nice profits with a decent drawdown. I mean, it's not as good as the Bitcoin one, but it's fairly decent on the 4-hour. Are we finish? Yeah, it looks like we finish. Okay, so optimization results. Let's run this one. Let's look at the, not that amazing, but I mean, that's, again, your profit trades are much more than your loss trades, which it doesn't matter when you're doing a crossover strategy. It doesn't really matter. As long as I mean your 31% win ratio against a, but it really doesn't matter when your profits are much more than your losses. Then it's okay. I mean, this is 4 times your biggest loss is your biggest gain is 4 times less, 4 times more than your biggest loss. And it's the same thing with your average loss trade. So this is all right. I mean, we could play with this. Let's actually save that one. Let's change this to Let's look at the time. 21:21. Oh, 21:21:02. Save. Live sets. And we're going to call this one now TH H4. Okay, let's have a look on some other. Something I really like is, let's do it on Cardano. Let's do it on Solana. I like Solana. Let's do it on Solana. We're going to go back to the daily chart. We're gonna do all of them again as it was. I'm going to say optimize, start. Oh, some decent results. Just got to look and see what the drawdown's like. If the drawdown is decent, then we'll use those results. Not bad. The average is about this 39% drawdown. I mean, I think in the way these cryptos move, I think you've got to expect quite a big drawdown. Okay, set input parameters. Let's visualize that and let's start. A lot more, but there your winners are big. That is the key. Okay, so it's not bad. Let's have a look at the graph. Okay. You get a couple of big trades in there. Let's try on Solana on the hourly chart. Let's be a little bit brave here. Try something different. Okay, let's run that. See if we get anything different. See if we've got any chats while we're here. No. But like I said, guys, if you're coming into this video, it will be a little bit blind for you because you need to watch the other videos. Plus, you need to understand what we did. So go back, watch the other videos. You'll see it will make a lot more sense to you. Okay, let's just see. It's not too bad. 35% drawdown. Here's make $500. It looks like the MA cross seems to be the best strategy for cryptos. I mean, I'm seeing most of the results we're getting is MA cross seems to be the strategy that works the best. Okay, we're done. Let's have a look at our port. Let's go by profit again. Okay, that's pretty decent. 118 trades, which is quite good. And a 36% drawdown, so 5% stop loss. Take profit is 60%. Use the MA cross. And when the 10 crosses above or below the 175. What is this one we do in Solana? Okay. Let's run the. That's not bad. I mean, it's quite stable. See our trades. You're not risking a lot per trade. You can see your winners are big. which is what you want. Okay, so let's save that for later. I think we've got enough now, and then we could go in and tweak them a bit more and see if we can get better better profits. Okay, so this is Solana on the 1 hour. Save. Does it set the properties? Yes, I think it has. Okay, let's just go here. We're going to save that. Live sets. Sol. Which one? Okay, let's save that. And now what we want to do, we want to load, we're going to go back to the Bitcoin one now and see if we could tweak it a little bit more, and then I'll just show you how to tweak these things, and then we could call it a night after that. Just to see how if we could squeeze any better results out of it. Okay, so I did load it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to, so it is using the true, it's a crossover strategy. It's not using RSI, but it is using, no, it's not even using RSI exit. So we're going to untick that, untick everything for RSI because we don't need RSI. It's not using it at all. Then what I'm going to do is, we know it's a trend, so I'm not going to click those, but I'm going to see if we could optimize for the slow and the fast, and then let's see if we get any better results with a simple moving average or any other type of moving average. And then I'm going to optimize, yes, I'm going to optimize the stop losses and take profit again as well. So it's fewer fields. Then maybe what we could also do is don't do a genetic, they call it a genetic algorithm. I think they meant generic, but let's take that off. Let's start the optimization. It might take a little bit long, but let's just see, because I'm not doing so many fields. Okay, it's going to take 390 hours. Okay, so let's do genetic. Okay, let's do genetic. Don't have that sort of time to wait. Do genetic. And then we'll just run it on. It's something you could do. You could probably just leave it overnight running some laptop, some VPN or something like that, some virtual server. So now you see all I'm tweaking now is just the parameters, because we know we're going to use cross. We've established that. Now just tweaking a little bit, just the percentages, the take profit, the stop loss. I think I'm doing this in the hour. Yeah, I'm doing this in the hour. No wonder it's getting the wrong results. That's better. Okay, so we got our drawdown slightly down, but our profit came down as well. Just set these as input parameters. Run that. Still not bad. It's a nice curve. Look, I think we've only got about 5 years of data here, so it's not bad. Buy and hold strategy. Let me take the original strategy back. And that just shows you how you tweak. Once you've got your strategy done, all you need to do is just tweak your input parameters slightly. Okay, so that's back to the way it was. Okay, now I want to run this on every tick. Once you run it on every tick, it sort of confirms if you get the similar results. But that optimization actually didn't improve the results a bit. It was actually it was better with that when it did the optimization. Okay, let's have a look. The results, the trades. Okay, it's still getting all the data. Running, no, it hasn't run. So I mean, as you can see, I mean, just from a quick, half an hour testing, we've actually got 3 really good strategies we could use and can make some money from it. Especially the Bitcoin one, and the ETH one was actually pretty good as well. Um, did it bomb out? No. Taking some time. Running? I don't know if that's finished or not. Did we run the correct thing? Run it again on here. I don't know what's going on now. Is it the correct one? Seems to be. Run it again. Oh, it's running Solana. I wonder. There we go. Fine. Question support. Nope. Yes, I think this is going to be the last run. We're just going to confirm our results by running it on every tick. If it gets similar sort of results in every tick, then we know it's decent. And it's something that you could put to use. But again, my algo does control open prices, so no need to do this. It's just an extra validation. It just takes so long, this every tick mode. I don't know why it's using H4 or has to go to H4 M1 or get all the data, because using the I suppose it's using the ticks with inside the daily candles. Okay. It just takes too long to do this really on MT5 is much nicer when it comes to the back testing because you have the you have the MQL5 network you can run it on. Also it's multi-threaded. MT4 is not multi-threaded. So I've got an 8-core laptop, so it uses 8 threads when it's doing its testing, whereas it only uses 1 thread to do the testing. Let's just speed that up. And take off visual mode. Oh, you can't while it's running. I hope I'm not like freezing or anything like that now that I'm running this. This is taking up a lot of processor. And the stop loss could be a little bit bigger, but I mean, it's fine. You want a small stop loss with this type of strategy. When you get those big runs, you do very well. And then if it's not going to run, then just hit your stop loss. Look at the graph. I'm probably frozen. Thought it might give some problems. I'm just going to stop this test. Can stop it. Stop. Okay. Take off visual mode. And let's just run it and open prices. Okay, so that's it. So decent results. We've got 3 great algos. I will run the Bitcoin one. I have no problems running that one. Great drawdown. Nice profit. Good trades. Look, it only takes 30 trades over the period, but no, you don't need to trade every day. Trade when the conditions are right. You get in and you make some money. Alright, well thanks for watching. Please hit the notifications, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll be on every day. I'll be doing a lot more videos like this, and stay tuned. We're going to be doing the whole BYBIT MT4 series. We're going to be creating Fibonacci traders, a whole bunch of other algos, mean reversion strategies. We're going to try it all out and find probably the top 4 or 5 strategies, and then once we found those strategies, we're going to put them live and let them run on our MT4 BYBIT account. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers.